Okay, lesson learned in 2024
Mm-hmm.
to always trust God's timing. Last year I took, uh, I think it's a leap of faith, I would say, to drop everything in the country that I lived for like 20 years or so and to
Mm-hmm.
move to another country in Canada to start over.
Another
So,
continent, even.
so for me, it was like, okay, if God is, how could I put it, allowed it to happen, meaning that there is a way for me, He opened doors for me even before I reached the place. 2024 just proved to me, reminded me that I need to trust in God's timing. I need to I need to keep on trusting Him. God
Mm-hmm.
showed me that He's been with me my whole life through so many challenges, through so many things that happened in my life. But this year, the way things just turned around, like everything just went into place at the right time. Me, it's a reminder that I have to trust again, always trust God, always trust in His timing. And it's something that I'm trying to share with my kids, actually, to let them know, to let them see how God has worked in our lives this year. And then
Mm-hmm.
that's the way that they should take their lives as well. Always put trust in God. So for me, that's one reminder of my life, the life of my family. So God has been great to us for this year, and then now that we are ending the year, I know that next year I'm starting 2025 with so much faith in Him, trust.
I wanted
Okay.
to piggyback on what you shared and also to talk about it with the kids because
Mhm.
sometimes there's things that we as parents are going through and we see God's hand in that, and always to share it with them so that they can
Mhm.
have that in the back of the mind. God has
Right.
been doing this for my mom, God has been doing that for our family, so
Exactly.
they can themselves start going back to it as they grow, that you know
Mhm.
what, we've had experiences in our life where God has been there and it showed up for my family, for my parents, even if for them they don't see it yet in their own experiences, but they already
Mhm.
already have the experiences of the people that came before that. And I
Yeah.
think
Exactly.
it's a big thing to always go into storytelling. It's kind of like storytelling, but always sharing with the next
Mhm.
generation, or else they will not
Mhm.
know. They
Exactly.
won't know that,
Exactly.
hey, we came from this,
Mhm.
my grandparents came from that, this happened in my grandparents' family, this happened to my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Storytelling is very important. And as moms, we really have to make sure that we are intentional with that part.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Agree. I totally agree. What I've been trying to do also with my children is when there are things happening in their life, good or bad,
Mhm.
always to put God into that and then to remind
Mhm.
them that, either one, if it was something that the outcome isn't what they expected, is that, as Micheline was saying, trust God's timing. That means it was not the right time for you. And then if
Mhm.
the outcome is something that you were expecting, be grateful and say, seeing God's hands in your life at that time. And then never forget to be grateful for that. Never forget that what you're getting isn't just, by chance. There's God behind everything. Yeah. Being intentional, as Mano said, definitely. This year, a lot of challenges for me personally. I came to a point where I'm just saying, I think as a human being, you just wonder, why can I not have it easy? Why do I have to go through this? What I came to finally at my age understand is that someone quote unquote easy, putting it between quotation marks, because things always look easy from the outside. So I'm not in that person's life, and I'm pretty sure the person also is going through their own struggles. But that seemingly easy life that I can, think from the outside isn't the path that I need for me, for my growth. For my growth, for me to be where God is leading me, this is my path. Those are my trials and tribulations. If I don't have them, I won't be able to get where God is leading me. So finally, this year, that I will say thoughts came into and brought me so much peace and saying, yes, it's not easy, but I am in God's path. That's my path. And let me trust God. Lord, I trust in you. And He's leading me where He wants me to be. It's not easy. He never promised that life will be easy, but He always promised that He's walking that with us. So I know those are my trials, tribulations, but it's for me to go where God is leading me. So that is my take for it.
We need to trust
Great.
the path and do the work and trust
Yeah.
the process.
Trust the process. Trust the process.
Yeah, the
Trust
process. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like there's a quote. I don't know if the quote, oh, it's a proverb from whatever that says, "Don't wait for the rain, the storm
Oh,
to pass to
yeah.
dance," something like that. But
You,
can,
you need to
dance
learn to
under
dance under the
under
rain.
the
Something like,
storm or
yes,
something.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I like that quote. I don't know whose quote, but there's something that actually, with all the challenges that we're having in life, we just need to continue walking through the challenges and through the rain. Keep on standing and walking.
Yeah.
That's basically what we need to learn in life.
Yes, definitely. I like that. Couple of lessons or things that I realized that was for me this year was about gratitude. And it's something that with my husband we've been talking about and putting it back in the Bible perspective. But then we also have this calendar that gives us every day different quotes. It's actually for moms. And on Thanksgiving Day this year in the US, the quote was gratitude, more aware of what you have than what you don't. That was the sentence that just triggered me. More aware of what you have than what you don't. And then when I was talking to my husband, it's like we realized it goes back to the Garden of Eden. God gave them everything in the garden. They had abundance. But then if she focused on the one tree that they couldn't touch, how many times in life do we do that? You have so much, but then you focus on that one thing that you don't have, that one thing that your spouse doesn't do, that another husband does, because okay, her husband does the dishes every day. Okay, what if your husband cooks? But if in so many things, in work, in with our kids, we focus on the one thing that you don't have instead of being grateful of the abundance of blessings that we have. And I talk to my kids about it as well. And even at Thanksgiving with our nephews, and we talk about it, it's like the sooner you realize how blessed you are and that you can recognize it and enjoy it and be grateful to God. So stop focusing on what you don't have. Yes, you're not tall, okay, but you run. Like you can take it in so many different areas of life, but then we'll be like, oh, okay, I don't have this. Okay, I have 5 girls, I don't have a boy. Okay, you have children. How about that? So there's just so many things that why do we do that to ourselves? But I guess it's human nature. Studying the Garden of Eden.
Exactly. Yeah, human nature. You're right. Yeah.
We need to make an effort and a conscious effort.
Yeah.
Especially now with social media, you'll see everybody that has everything else. So let's focus on what all the blessings that we actually do.
Good year for growth, in
Yes, a lot of growth.
ways. Exactly.
Yes.
A lot of growth.
We started from 31, so it was a lot of growth.
Well, yes, and putting ourselves out there, out of our comfort zone, as because
Definitely.
we're not little by little, we're gonna
Yeah.
get there and be able to achieve the full potential of our goalies for from Femme.
Another lesson that I really focused on this year, and I've not been perfect at it, but I need to do better. I realized that discipline is stronger than motivation, because for me, motivation comes and go. Oh yeah, today I want to do this, I want to do that, and then there's highs and lows. I don't feel like it. I feel tired. Whatever it is, it can be at work, it can be with my fitness, it can be with my side business, it can be with Fam 31. But if you have discipline, you have it set. Don't try to make excuses. You have it, for example, on your calendar. Okay, in the morning, I wake up at this time, I do that, 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 that. And you stick to it. Personally, my motivation comes and goes. And I decided I need to be more disciplined. Then I actually stick to things. I try to do even better in 2025 and not just let my emotions or my feelings dictate the things I do, but actually be disciplined. And I think even like for sports, like I love to run, I love to work out. I've noticed that when I am like when I'm training for a race, okay, the race is in 3 months, I have a daily workout, I stick to it. And that is discipline. And that's not motivation. Some days, like yesterday, we went running, it was 40 degrees, it was raining. That was not even motivation anymore. And it was because, okay, we are going to do this. We did it, the 10 miles were done, and it was amazing. But that was discipline. So I need to just bring that into other aspects of my life.
That's a very good one also.
I applaud you really, because you are so disciplined. I would say that you are so disciplined. I'm sure sometimes you're not, but for us who are looking at you from and seeing what you are accomplishing, and you out like almost most of the days you are out running and everything. I don't know when is the last. I don't even remember when is the last time I worked out. You know, I'm like, okay, let me maybe. It's because I was tired. I was doing so much. I was like having two jobs and things like that. Okay, now maybe after a week of rest, I'll have more energy. And then now it's cold, it's winter. I always have so many reasons of not doing anything. So,
Like Manu said, Micheline, if you had, let's say, a goal or a reason for you to go to the gym to run or to walk, you would. But you don't have. When she trains for a race, she has that schedule and then she will stick to it because she has that bigger goal that she's trying to get. So right now, when you exercise, you're exercising just because you know that it's good for you. And so it's just like, okay, if I don't do it this week or today, I can do it tomorrow or I can do it another week. But it's not as if you know that if you don't train, you're going to lose a week or lose a day. So,
or be behind my schedule or something.
yes,
like
exactly.
Right.
Because you have that discipline. We've seen that over the years. Work. You were, going to school as you were working. And then when you had to stick to a schedule, you had. So it's not as if you don't have the discipline, is you don't have a reason or something that is pushing you to stick to a specific schedule. So maybe once you find it, you are gonna be able to stick to that to a certain program or schedule or something like that. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. My husband was saying that for him because he doesn't train for something specific. He said that he realized that he was always like, oh, he needs to lose weight for the holidays or things like that. But then he's like, once that passed, you relax. But then it's like, you know what? He told himself, if I keep this mindset, it's not gonna be good for me long term. I want to be able to, when I'm a grandfather, to be able to run with those little kids, play ball with them. So then now he he's trying to give himself that bigger goal, so that okay, throughout the day, throughout your life, you still sticking to that, and that's where discipline comes. It's like we're talking about it with physical fitness, but you can take it in so many other areas of your life, and that's personally something that I love with sport, because it teaches me a lot of things that I can actually put in place for other aspects of my life. It's like, okay, we want to do this for our family. Let's have the discipline now. We're going to do this and that. So it just, you can use it in any aspect of your life.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So
very disciplined. You have very disciplined. You know, just like Manon said, Napo find the bigger goal, not just like, you know, let me lose weight for this or for that. Because once that motivator is gone, and you don't, there's no reason for you to stick to it. So
the big goal will be to still be the dancing queen at 80 years old.
For example.
Exactly.
Your grandkids and your great grandkids need to know you as the dancing
queen. Yeah. That's a good one.
You have it. Yesterday, when I saw you girls, I was just like, walking in the rain. No,
it was.
And that's cold.
Wow.
No.
Yeah. Even Napo, when you saw the pictures later, because for those who don't know, we have a group of about 15 women who were training for the Houston Half Marathon in January. And Houston, we're used to our warmer temperatures, and now winter find us. Yesterday was 40 degrees, which is very cold for us, and it was drizzling. So we had 10-mile walk scheduled at 7 a.m. Only 4 showed up. So my husband's like, oh, those are the real ones.
Another thing about you guys is to have buddies, actually.
Yes.
Because you are many. That really helps a lot if you have buddies to go for a run, for a walk, for
goal. And
the goal as well.
And also
the goal is
accountability.
Yes.
Like, for example, for me, I knew, okay, I give them, I have the path of where we're going to go. If I don't show up, what happens? So I know people are counting on me. So I could have said, like, you know, I could do something else, or I could do it later, but I just couldn't. So the accountability really helped as well.
Even when you have like, you start a program, like fitness program, and then say, no, if you have people, who you can work out with, it helps a lot as well.
How do you feel about it today, Marie-Ange? Your legs are okay?
They are starting to get used to it, but I actually had to be wise, and I took some anti-inflammatory yesterday.
Okay.
Yes, and then I actually massaged my knees with some tiger balm before going to bed.
Look at you, the athlete.
Oh, it's only been how many weeks? So
a lot already. A lot.
Yes. So, we have 6 weeks left before our race.
Yeah. So I was like, probably part of the conditioning will be to do that too, not to just train, but help from the inside and topically and all that. So I did that yesterday. So this morning, because usually today's day 1. So tomorrow I don't know how I'm gonna feel. But yes, it was not too bad waking up to today. So slowly getting into the rhythm of it, I guess, and my body absorbing all this nonsense that I'm making it do. So yeah.
How many miles did you do today?
12.
Oh,
you guys were strong.
Wow. I did 12 miles today. Wow. It was warmer than yesterday, so
yes, yeah.
1 mile away from the actual marathon.
Yeah, she can do it now. She's ready.
Yeah,
she's ready.
I needed to know that I can get closer. So now I'm just gonna go back and do the 10 miles as it's. that's the distance. Usually you don't do the entire half marathon distance when you
During
train.
training, yes.
Yes, but my brain needed to know that it can push the body to that. For me, it was just a mental aspect of it, you know, the mental training of my brain. And, you know, so once it's registered there, you know, yes, we can carry you through the entire race. So that's it. Now
That's
I'm just feel like,
amazing.
oof.
Yes. Your first half
Like
marathon,
it.
when you're gonna get that medal,
I'm gonna cry like
you're gonna cry like a baby. I always cry for some
yeah.
reason. I feel like even just the physical, like the pushing yourself once you get to the end, as soon as I see the end or I cross it or I see my family, I just cry. And I remember the last one I did in San Antonio, and Nadine was there. And so I'm going towards the finish, and she's on the sideline because she didn't run it. She was a spectator. And then she called me, and I saw her.
And
There's
was
even
just
like pictures, like my face. I just started crying.
I'm just so happy for them, and I'm just
And she
crying.
started crying too.
I realized how the physical, the training, and how hard it yeah it takes you, you know. So yeah, and I could just be happy for them, and yeah, it was a good. I was just crying. Yeah.
I had an ugly cry. Oh,
And Marianne, any lesson learned?
Probably many, but I think the biggest one is just to wait on God and be patient. We start the year planning one way, and then things happen a different way. And as you're going through the year, it's you cannot see what the ends will look like. So really, biggest lesson is to wait on God with the assurance that He's always been there, always got us through everything. Ebenezer, uh, until today, the Lord has been with us, and then that He will start what He will finish what He had started. So
right.
just waiting on God patiently, not trying to check on every little things and God, where are we on that? But yeah, biggest lesson of the year.
That is almost the same that what we shared when she was not there
Right.
earlier. Yes, it's just going to the same way. To trust in God's process, trust in God's timing.
It's just fun, you know, amazing for me to when we have those conversations and we're sitting there and I can just see how far we come. That's the correct term, you know? Yeah, and I can see how we're growing. So it's beautiful and it's so and the strength that is in each one of you, it's just like wow, it's so uplifting.
Growth and progress, definitely.
That also kind of at least I kind of learned through this process. When we started Femme 31, we had goals, we had dates, we had themes, and then life got busy on each one of us. And a lot of times maybe fell off the train. And it was always in the back of our mind as we are, going through other things. But came back to it, and at least we decided that okay, for the year, let's take a look at it and see what we can improve on, or how we can be better. And it's also another illustration of life.
Yeah.
You can plan one way, and then life um, shows up
Happen.
another way, and then
Life
yes,
happens.
you have to adapt. You have to learn through whatever season it is that you're going through. Is it a season of waiting, of learning, of growing, of birthing new things, and get back on track and still go or keep going on those goals that you had set for yourself at some point. In a way, it is another life learning aspect on that, it just makes me look forward we can accomplish in 2025. And just for anybody, encouragement
Yes.
like that, I'm going to be running a 13-mile marathon in 2025.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
That's another project that took space in things that were planned before. But yeah,
Looking forward to
Yeah.
2025 and a lot of discipline, right?
Yes, a lot of it. But this year we learned, it was a learning curve, and we learned from 2024 and bringing it into 2025. And then, we just keep going forward and just keep climbing. All right. Fantastic,
Good
girl.
chatting with you, ladies.
Yeah.